Hey, it's iRawss here with my 50th video with Rachybop.
Hi guys, Rachybop here. First of all, thanks to iRawss. I'm here to talk about the age rating for The Sims 4 in Russia, which is kind of controversial.
In Russia, they have given our equivalent of the M for mature rating, or adults only, to The Sims 4. Yeah. And the reason for this is because of a law passed in 2010 that is against the, quote, propaganda of non-traditional sexual relationships. In 2013, that law was amended to make propaganda of same-sex relationships among minors a criminal offense. And since The Sims 4 is capable of, depicting same-sex relationships, selling it to a minor is now a crime in Russia.
I know we know The Sims and we love The Sims and we love how The Sims has evolved, and having same-sex relationships in it is brilliant. That's evolved with our kind of experience of same-sex relationships as well. Obviously some countries have different rulings than others, and Russia are very strict on anti-gay policies.
Now I know what you're thinking. iRawss, people get around that all the time. Just send an adult into GameStop, obvious plug, and have them buy an M for mature game and give it to their little brother or something. Well, yeah, but that's where you're kinda off with Russia, because this law effectively makes any game with same-sex capabilities pornography, or some elevated substance that a minor could never touch naturally, making the game more illegal than an adults-only game without same-sex capabilities. In theory, the law is supposed to be protecting children from information harmful to their health and development, but it's much stricter than you might think, and ironically harmful to children and adults. During the Sochi Olympics, if a competing athlete appeared in public with their same-sex spouse, they'd be arrested before the dude could even compete. And a reporter interviewing any athlete who did or said anything perceived as pro-gay, which could simply be mentioning their partner offhand or appearing in their home with that person, would be jailed. Even the reporter or the network could face criminal charges for that interview. And for what? Imagine a 15 or 16-year-old who already knows their sexual orientation were to see that. A drug-free, somewhat successful role model. And no, not a role model for being gay, just a general role model who happens to be gay. According to this law, they think that seeing a respectable individual who also happens to be LGBT could warp the mind of a, well, since it has to be a minor, let's say a 17-year-old, who already knows their base attractions at this point in their life, and whose sexuality would hardly be affected by a comment on the news.
I think that Russia will do what Russia will do, and they are completely in their rights to shield people from certain things. And I don't know if it's the media or Russia themselves that have said it's because it's same-sex in there, when actually it could just be that it's mature content and the media's taken it out of context and said actually, oh, they don't like gay people, it's because it has gay content in it.
Well, actually, since The Sims 3 predates this law, The Sims 3 is actually okay for ages 6 and up in Russia. That is a softer rating than it has in America, for crying out loud, so sex or woohoo does not seem to be their problem. And The Sims 4's Russian Twitter page said that they were complying with 436-FZ, Russia's law in this matter. So yeah, this was the only reason The Sims 4 received the rating it did. As a Westerner, it doesn't matter if I'm offended. These laws were nothing more than efforts to distance Russia from the United States, so they could become a base of power for smaller conservative countries to side with. This was just a huge political power move. This law, anyway. The Sims 4 was not part of their agenda. No one said The Sims 4 in some dark, evil room. But the thing is, it's not anything actually personal or moral. It's just a political move. As a country, Russia has always been somewhat totalitarian, and treats many minorities unfairly, both by Western standards and higher ones. People of color, various religions. It's a narrow range of what it's safe or non-threatening to be. What upsets me the most about taking everything in this game away from teenagers is that The Sims is a gaming series like no other. It's an incredible way for a young person to learn what could actually work in a society. Many of the systems in Sims are systems we have in our real world. They just work more smoothly and without any corruption or error. But the fact that they do work shows us what society is capable of doing just fine. It's the people and the people we have in power that are the problem. You have the option to choose virtually any of the options that we've proven work in our society and can work with well-run systems in place that we already have. It is a sandbox that is capable of showing exactly what the propaganda law is against. Role models who happen to be gay. I've been getting so many questions over the past few months asking me if I'm gay, and honestly I've just been ignoring them because they're too many to even bother with, so since you're all here and this is a gay video, yes, I am gay. So thank you for caring so much. You're going to give me money or something? Thank you to Rachybop for starring in my video, my 50th video. She's the best. Check her out, subscribe to her, not her gaming channel, her original channel, sorry. Both channels.
Thank you so much to Ross again for having me on his channel. Bye!